But the point being also, without regard to even Mr. Bartels, just the board itself, I think we as CTV producers invest a great deal of our time, energy, and put a lot of love, sweat, and tears into what we enjoy doing and putting on for the community at large. We have a number of producers who are becoming more and more active. I myself do not consider myself a community activist. I do, however, consider myself to be a civil-minded community member. And we have to band together. If you are a CTV producer, what I would recommend and suggest is you can inquire here, and we'd be happy. We will be getting an address and phone number, and we will be having more meetings. You'll be hearing from other producers this evening, and that's all I can say. I think that a great deal of trust and communication, which was nil actually up until last Thursday between producers and board members. I can only say that we stand behind Borough President Guy Molinari's suggestion that they do resign, half the board members have, and to really start fresh and build a bridge of communication and trust. I think that it's necessary to really unite, and producers do need a voice. So I think that's about all I can say actually, because at this moment I haven't really had time to go over a lot of these laws that entitle the producers to a great many more rights than they think now that they have the right to. And I won't elaborate on that since I'm not really versed in it. But you will be hearing from other producers this evening that perhaps are a little bit better versed on it. But if you feel that CTV has been a home for you, or you had a place here in the past, or you have a voice that you want to be heard as a producer, then I think you should come on down or look into our organization, DCAP. Thank you.
And I do a show, I co-produce a show with Anne Marie Arena and Frank Dudley. It's called the UFO Phenomenon. I also do a program called the Astronomy Forum. The purpose of these shows are to educate people. I would just like to let the audience out there in TV land, let them know that last week I was at a board meeting, and I felt like I was in a movie. It was a scene like in the 1800s. It seemed like a lynching was going on. There was a pit bull loose, and the exact to do with CTV producers and our future here. I would also like to say that, well, let me introduce Anna from the Manhattan and Queens TV production studios there. And she has an organization that would benefit all producers in the future. And then I'll take the microphone back. And I just want to say that I would like to bridge the gap, and I welcome Anna here, Anna Vitale. And maybe, Anna, you can tell the producers and the general public what's going on in Queens and the 5 boroughs.
Okay, I'm so happy you invited me to be here tonight. My name is Anna Vitale. I'm the president of the Association of Cable Access Producers. We started our organization for the very same reason you guys are joining together. Because public access is really a tool for the people, and it's becoming a tool for bureaucrats. It's becoming mishandled. It's not what it ought to be. And ACAP, the Association of Cable Access Producers, is beginning to unite all producers from all boroughs, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and we're hoping to embrace you guys in Staten Island. We need to stick together. We need to have a voice in this public access, reaching out to everybody, and we're getting people's response because it seems to be a widespread situation. It's not only in Staten Island, it's in Queens. It's in Manhattan.
Producers at the public access facilities in the other 4 boroughs that similar conditions exist all over our town. I'm also told, folks. And now,
for Staten Island and Manhattan, Queens. And, oh yes, here we are.
You're on camera 3.
So, to these people, when you get down here, show your interest, send the letters in, send the email address. Do you guys have an email address here?
www.sictv.org.
Okay, that's a website address. Do you have an email address?
It goes to, go to the website, you'll find an email.
Okay, go to their website, find the email, be happy, be
USAN, and I am a community access producer since 1993. I should say at the top of this, I am also a member of VCAP, the Volunteer Community Access Producers and Providers. I am also Mr. Gary Bartell's friend and have been for 30 years. That said, you heard a number of VCAP folks talking up here about the despicable display that was put on by the Board of Directors at their meeting just the other day. It's beyond disturbing, the way that they were dealing with that. And it makes me think that William DeLucio must resign. That's behavior that no human being should have to undergo. The stress and duress that he put Gary. Meetings for the producers group. Hello, you're not setting meetings for any of us. I don't know where you get that notion that you can set meetings for the producers group, but that's out the window right away. The executive director may be required to attend these meetings. The president of the board shall establish at least one board liaison to the producers group. Okay, we love
On the fence, we had this Tuesday.
go through the board of directors. Knows this to be true. Hands-off is the issue here relating to approving the CEO's personnel.
Mine's actually work.
So really beyond doing this is what Mid-South should be doing. And unfortunately,
Kiss to God.
Mr. Al DeMarco was on. But, my question is, who is Al DeMarco? Now, let me get a little more serious in a different way. I had the opportunity to make a number of phone calls, and I have in my hand the open meetings law for New York State. These are the laws under which CTV is governed. And the reason I know that not only do these laws say that, but because there is information from the Committee on Open Government, which is a body of the New York State government, that sent information out to the Kingston Public Access Commission. And in it says that the public access
Give them a 3-minute cue. Give them 3 minutes.
are governed by the open meetings.
Floor manager,
So
he's got 3
you need to
minutes.
take heed of this. We will give folks this information on the board, or what presumes to be
Lower
the
your
board,
headroom,
so
camera
that you
two.
can understand that.
Lower your headroom.
Further information from the Open Government Committee on Open Government has to do with the ability to videotape and provide themselves with the audio. Now,
We get one of the cameras to zoom in.
I've highlighted the number of things, even though the open meeting laws in no way, shape, manner, or form say that can take place. There's a number of things that have taken place in the court system that say, in fact, that can happen.
Zoom in on camera
So let me
2.
just read just a couple of things
Go all the way in.
to the courts.
Go
This is
all the
something
way
that
in.
the court said.
Focus.
Much has happened over the past 2 decades.
leave it there.
To alter
Leave
the
it
manner
there.
in which the government and their agencies
You can lock
conduct their
down the
public
camera if you
business.
want.
The need today appears to be truth in government and restoration of public
Credits at 1
confidence,
minute.
none of which we have in
Give
the
them a 2
CTV
minute.
Board of Directors. Most
Give them a
recently, the
2-minute
Appellate
cue.
Division, Second Department,
Time.
unanimously affirmed the decision of the Supreme Court, which annulled the resolution adopted by the Board of Education prohibiting the use of tape recorders at its meetings and directing the board to permit the public to tape record public meetings of the board. The law, the judge further says, irrational and unreasonable rules will not be sanctioned. Moreover, Public Officers Law, Section 107, specifically provides that the court shall have the power, in its discretion upon good cause shown, to declare any action taken in violation of the open meeting law void in whole or in part. I asked the board to take heed, of the things
1
that we're
minute.
discovering
Camera one,
about
why don't you
what
come out?
we
Let's
can
see his
and
head.
cannot
Give him
do.
1 minute.
I'm down to
I
1
don't think
minute.
he's gonna show him. Give him 1 minute. 1 minute.
Another
Camera.
thing
Go
that
to the
the
speakers
court
so I can
say,
start running
and
credits.
maybe I'll finish closely with this.
Go to the
Handheld
picture?
audio recorders are
All right.
unobtrusive.
Go to the picture.
Camcorders may or may not be, depending, as we have
Camera two.
seen on
Go to camera
circumstances.
two. Go to
Suffice
camera
it
two.
to say, however, in the fact of Mitchell, the Committee on Open Government, well-reasoned opinions, and the court system's full video coverage rules and options, a blanket ban on all cameras and camcorders when the sole justification is a distaste for appearing on public access cable television is unreasonable. The board needs to resign. They need to focus. Come in, anybody of these producers, come on in. You want to stand here with me? We are adamant that we are not having our needs met.
He's right in front of it.
Take heed of the things
20
that we're
seconds.
saying.
Oh, good.
CT
No, go to that, go to that, go to that
Go to
shot.
3.
we must resign. We are in agreement with the borough president. The borough president has asked you to resign. And
the
even
graphic
Staten
out.
Island said all the good people on the board have resigned.
And
Did
give
you
them a
see
wrap.
that, folks that are still on
Give
the
'em a
wrap?
And fade.
Only you folks are
3,
allowed to
2,
must resign.
1.
Thank you very much, because there's more to be said.
touch at the end. I'll get it done. That was a good touch at the end.
I need to pick one
Folks, do you know that this camera can see in the dark? We were out in the parking lot, and I was showing Patricia Brady the color viewfinder in this camera. And then she says, "Oh my goodness." She says, "It can see everything." And I looked at Anna Vitale through this camera, and it was just like daylight. Now, how do they do that? I think that's wonderful. This morning, Franklin and Glendora, this is the printing that came back Friday, and it's Saturday now, and Franklin and Glendora have to go through all of this and sort it out, address envelopes, and then stuff and seal, postage stamp and post. 2 hours later, and we're just wrapping it up. Does that look good? Sloppy Joe, mashed potato, and green beans. This is what we fed our lawyer friend. Yes, we have a friend who's a lawyer, actually, who comes to dinner once a month, or we alternate. He invites us to his office for lunch every other month. This is a product I want you to know about. It's soy milk powder, and I put it in a bowl and dissolve it with the water, and then I put Nestle's Quick in it. This month we're using strawberry. We alternate that with chocolate. And let me read you about this product. I've always thought that they've overcharged. Soy-based milk alternative, low fat, lactose free, cholesterol free, soy good. This soy-based natural beverage is a great tasting, creamy drink for everyone who enjoys milk, those who are watching their diet, and those who are lactose intolerant. In fact, soy good. So it's a good product, but just think, it lasts a long time, 6 months, but this carton costs $12. I've always thought these health food stores and the Worthington Foods and all that have overcharged excessively for their products. It's a rip-off. See how much the elephant plant has grown in just 1 week, July 22nd, Saturday. Isn't that fantastic? And all of that came from just one tiny seed. Isn't your God great? This is our new purple handled cutlery. How'd you like that feedback? That's better than most of the audio you get on a chat with Glendora. Now, I have to go back. This is the Journal, Cable TV Journal. And this is for the day, Thursday. July 20, 2000, Anno Domini. First conversation is very interesting. It's Tammy at LTV.
Exactly. Look, we're good networkers. Okay. Okay, take care. Bye. Bye-bye. This is July 20th, 2000, Thursday, 9:54 a.m. Telephoning.
Telephoning. 80 calls.
Oh, Tammy, that's terrific. Are we up to date? Yes, we are. Oh, Tammy, you're wonderful. Oh, you're wonderful. You don't know how much I appreciate that. Did you ever receive the public access kit? No, I have not. Well, it's just as good. It was a terrible thing. It said such things in it in the sole and absolute discretion of Cablevision. And you know that that doesn't go in the United States of America today. So it's just as well you didn't, because we really beat it to the ground. It is gone. It is dead. They capitulated 100%. 100% is not going into effect.
Let me change recorders. Get used to the buttons on one recorder and the buttons on the next recorder are all different. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Push buttons.
Oh, you didn't, because we really beat it to the ground. It is gone. It is dead. They capitulated 100%. 100% is not going into effect at all. I went to a meeting of the Manhattan Public Access Producers Association. That was kind of nice. Oh, that's good. And one of them there is from Staten Island, and they say at 10 o'clock this Friday night, they just line people up in front of a live camera, and the people come on and say what's on their mind. And they go on to the next person. So I'm going to go over, I hope. That's good. I hope. You know, it's a big trip to get over there. Right, yeah. But that sounds like a good thing. Yeah. And then the Manhattan Producers Association, they're going to have they call themselves ACAP, Association of Cable Program, no, what is it? Something like that. Association of Cable Access Producers. Oh. And so they're going to have a program that is being done at Manhattan Cable TV, Manhattan Neighborhood Network. They're an independent third-party organization such as you are. And they're going to have everybody get on there and say, I'm a public access producer because, and you should be one. Oh, that's good. That's good, isn't it? Yeah. And what else? There's a third thing going on. Oh, yes, and they're going to have a picnic in August. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to get one going. You know, NASA has a public access movement, which is very good as far as sending out a newsletter and things like that and talking on the phone. But we really aren't too good at having meetings. Oh. We don't have many meetings, although they did start up a roadshow where they go to the town board meetings and then they stand up and speak, you know, 3, 4, 5 of them. That's good. Yeah. Very good. What's going on out in the East End? Oh, not much. Really? We're just running
East
in there.
Hampton.
Really? Yeah. Any franchise? Soon. Really? Very soon. You know what I thought of? What? Well, when they don't get a franchise, I'm reading the Public Service Commission rules. When they don't get a franchise, the Public Service Commission gives a temporary operating authority called a TOA. But you know what? Bills only last for like 30 days or 60 days. And guess what? What? I said on my TV show that you people don't have to pay anything because there's nobody there with a franchise. Nobody has a franchise. Cablevision doesn't have a franchise. So you can have your cable TV free. Oh. You don't have to send in any money because there is no recognized authority running the cable TV in your area. You're on a temporary operating authority and it's expired. There's nobody there. Right. Isn't that wild? Yeah. That should start a revolution. Okay, Penny, how's your love life? Oh, it's fine. Oh, that's good. A lot of people out there from the city? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You're always glad when that's over, right? Yes. We're always glad when the ladies' LPGA is over. Where we live, where we go to church right across the street is a Waikato Country Club. And that's where they have the LPGA, and they park all over the place. Oh. Yeah. So we're always glad when that's over. Yeah.
It's over.
Okay. Thanks so much for cleaning up the backlog and for sending the tapes back and for the current cable cast. Okay. All right. No problem. Bye. Bye. Bye, Tammy. Okay. That's right. Same wavelength. An air date for you. Oh, great, great. Yeah, how about this Saturday, the 22nd at 6 p.m.? Wow, that's a good time. You got it. Yeah, okay, let me write that down.
Amy Van Horn.
July 22nd. Saturday, 6 p. Yep. Channel 25 and 71.
That's a good
Channel
time.
25 and 71. Oh, that's great. That's great. You're really nice to do that. Oh, no problem. I'm happy to do it for you. I really appreciate it. You do a whole lot of things for us. I appreciate. Oh, well, it's good. You're welcome. The editing at Lynbrook is impeccable. Really? Oh, no question. Have you ever been down there? No, I used to work down there a couple of years ago. Oh? When we had extra help? When you had extra help down there, yeah. Yeah, I used to work down there, but... Oh, our place has improved, so... Really? Yes. The editing equipment has always been good since we moved in about a year and a half ago. Year and 3/4 now, I guess. Well, great. Good. You ought to come down and be my guest. Sure. I'm there on a Tuesday between 9 and 1. Usually I'm here. You could come down and see it. Yeah, talk to Diane, see if I can get out of here for a little while. All right, I'll do that. I'll exercise my weight, which is too much, which is 177 pounds. That's not too much. They have a play rack. Yeah. And into the play rack, I put my 8mm camcorder, the brand new one that I got. I know how to work it a little better now. Oh, good. Yeah, last time I talked to you, you were trying to figure it out. That's right. I remember that. And then out of the play rack, I take my camcorder number 2 8mm, because that's how I make my archives, because the archives are so small, you can get 4 on such a little tiny tape. And then over on the record rack, I have Super VHS1, Super VH2, Super VH3, Super VH4, and then a 3/4 inch, so that simultaneously they've got it set up for me so that I can make 6 stubs simultaneously. That's outstanding. Isn't that great? It really is. Well, what do you do with all the copies, though? Well, I guess I haven't told you. I'm on 23 systems. That I didn't know. Yeah, that's true. I think that's happened gradually since I talked to you. Wow. Isn't that a lot? That's an outrageous amount. Yes. One is Portland, Oregon, one is Santa Fe, one is Los Alamos, one is West Seneca, which is Buffalo. Right. And one is, and then I expanded and got the ones I wanted. Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. Wow. I've been on Manhattan since 1974, but I wanted those 4. Staten Island is still a problem. Really? Still a bad problem, yeah. Why? Well, it's unbelievable. You won't believe what they do. They tell you they won't let you go on without a community sponsor. Okay. A thing that I'm really concede no legal basis for, and someday I'm challenging this in court. But here's what they do to the community sponsor. They make the community sponsor come to a workshop when you're handing them a pre-produced tape. What? Yeah. Even if the show is already produced, they make it? Really? Make the community sponsor go to a workshop. Wow. Now that is ridiculous. In addition, now you're really going, I hope you're sitting down. Because in addition, they charge the community workshop sponsor, they charge them $38 for the workshop. Really? Now that is grossly and rankly and aboriginally against the law, right? Yes. Wow. So, yeah. Wow. So I'm still having a problem with it, but I think I got
Amy Van Horn at Cable
Vision. I keep waiting for an inspiration from God. Yeah? What? Well, I went Monday night for the second time. I went to the Association of Cable Access Producers of Manhattan. Okay. And it's kind of an interesting group. There are 22 people there. And this one woman was from Staten Island, and she says, at 10 o'clock Friday night, we're having a, wait a second, what did she call it? A videogram. She says, we line people up, and then we turn the cameras on, and it's live, and the people come in front of the cameras and say what they have to say. They walk off, and the next person comes on. Wow, and it's live? Yeah. That's great. Yeah, so she invited all of us to come. And I got her name and number, and if we can hack it to get to Staten Island from Westchester, we're going to go Friday night. Wow, how long is it on? Is it an hour? Or? Well, no, she didn't say that.
Yeah, it's an hour, 9 to 10 p.m. live, once a month.
Let me look at her. Yeah, how long is it on? That's a good question.
1 hour.
Imagine they get maybe 2 minutes for each person.
No, 5 minutes. They get 5 minutes each person.
Probably, yeah. Here's the paper. Videogram. Oh, answers your question. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right. Yeah. Anyway, she makes good tomato sandwiches. How nice. She's going to have to make me one day, huh? Yeah, Franklin. You have to make one for Amy Van Horn. So that answers your question, 9 to 10 p.m. I think it's great. Well, yeah, definitely. Good luck. I hope you guys can get out there. Yeah, I wish I had more time to go to other cable systems, because everybody's got different ideas. So that answers your question, 9 to 10 p.m. Yeah. So I like that a lot. July 27th at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, they are having a program cable systems, because everybody's got different ideas, you know. It's true. So that's a good one. And then the ACAP, the Association of Cable Access Producers, is having on July 27th at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, they are having a program of public access producers who say, I'm a public access producer because of this and this and this, and you should be one too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
You should be one.
So I'd like to make that one.
You should be
and
one.
Then they're having a picnic in August.
You have the right.
Wow. There's so many events for public access producers.
Call Diane Bennett.
Great.
Call Amy Van Horn.
You're right. And the more that, I'll get the list of the people who came Monday night. I had to fight for that. But I'll get it, and then I'll call up those people. And then that's how a lot of the networking occurs, when you call up people. Yes, definitely. And say what you think of the meeting and so forth. And everybody's pretty receptive to that, right, when you call them?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't got into that enough. Of course, we have our ones that you know. Yeah. We have Bob Goldberg, Richard Einhorn. We've been doing this for years, and we have those. And Charles Galkin, we've been networking over the phone for years and years. Wow. But I haven't got into the other ones yet, but I hope to. Oh, did I mention Queens? Yeah, I mentioned Queens. Yeah. That's sort of a nice operation. Is it? Mm-hmm. Is it big? Do they have a lot of shows? Yes, a lot. They have 4 channels. 4 channels? Yeah, they have 4 channels of public access. What? Wow. Yes.
Cablevision
and I'm
has
on
1.
Tuesday at 7:30, which is not a bad time. No, definitely not. And, of course, you know that Manhattan has 4. Mm-hmm. All public access. They're nothing
So
but
does Bronx.
access. Amazing. Then they have the thing RCN, which I don't understand what it is.
Brooklyn, how many do they have?
Someday. But anyway, that's to give you the news on that.
The only missing one is Staten Island. Bad.
They're building a new studio, another new studio for public access in Brooklyn. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, here's some news. Mark Shukin, I thought this was very nice of him. He called up and told us that he was leaving. I saw that on your show. I just watched. Oh, you did? Yeah, I think it's on the show for tomorrow, for this Friday. Oh, really? Yeah. Isn't that nice of him? Oh, it was such a nice phone call. Yes, it was. Wow. What do you think of those phone calls I play? Oh, I like it. Good. I really like it. You're the first opinion I got on that. Yeah, a cross-section.
So can you imagine 2 whole days goes into a chat with Glendora because of the Dolan law breaking? In 31 minutes I can eat. Franklin is home and he got the tire fixed. And Jonathan Jafflin gave him a used Michelin, but he didn't charge anything for it.
Look at it again. The tread looks practically new.
Looks practically new. And a few have got wrapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 VHS and 1 3/4 inch. And this is the 17th day, Franklin, of fasting until 4 o'clock.
Very good. You're very strong.
Overhead for sending back these tapes. I hope you didn't waste our postage. You can send back 4 VHS for $1.58. Oh, there they are. 15 of them, I guess. Plus the ones Franklin mailed this morning. And look at the weight. At 33 cents an ounce. Now, Katie, let's go mail these. Want to? Let's go mail these. Get them in the 6 p.m. Here's the tapes that came back from LTV. Tammy was fired. Thank you, Matt, for sending them back. Look at all those. And put the tire back all together. And the jack tire. Oh, it looks beautiful. Looks new to me. Last week I thought it was horrible we didn't finish a chat with Glendora until 4 p.m. eat time. This week it's 5:17 p.m. We're going to mail these tapes, and then I have to label the 3/4 inch and the VHS. Franklin says that's a picturesque garage. A woman was walking up this big hill and I asked if she wanted to ride.
Oh.
And she says, no, thanks, I do it every day. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13. $5:28 p.m. Back home now and label the 3/4 inch, 5 of those, and label the VHS, about 18 of those, to be edited Tuesday, September 26th. That's a vegetarian cheeseburger. Wow, we got them all labeled. And then Sam, from across the street, who's lonesome, wanted to talk. And before that, I fell asleep a couple of times. But it's done. The chat with Glendora is put away. It's over with. Except for the day-to-day videotaping. And it's 7:54 p.m. make the beds early, and go to bed early. So this is a new day, God, and we thank you for this new day. And we thank you for sleep. Sleep is a great invention or a great creation. And Patrick Ewing went to Seattle. And what did the owner of the Knicks have to do with that, Mr. Charles Dolan? And what's in store for today? We have to go to Long Island. And we have to go see the shareholders' records. And then we have to go see the public file. And I believe we have something like 8 legal papers. And we have the 13 morning chores. First one of which is to put away, after the cats are fed. The first one is to put away and to do the in-mail. The 13 morning chores and do the first legal paper, which is the New York State Business Corporation Law, to finish reading it, which has lingered Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, now Thursday. I robbed the telephoning to do the legal papers, and then I robbed the legal papers to do the telephoning. And I robbed both of them to do a chat with Glendora. Never before has it taken a whole day to do a chat with Glendora. Label, wrap, set it up for the next editing date, put it in order, screen it. Never before a whole day. That's all that got done yesterday, besides the 13 morning chores. This is a CD that Joyce found in the White Plains Library, and she tracked it down. She's a great reference librarian. She doesn't like not finding the answer to the question. And so Franklin got a renewal of his library card, and he took out the CD, and it has Whispering Hope on it. Here's the in-mail. 1, 2, 3, 4. The tapes finally came from East Hampton. They finally came from LTV. And now they're all assimilated. I have to hear this tape that Franklin made. Do you want to hear it? This was made on Tuesday, when he looked at the shareholders list as Glendora's agent, and when he looked at the public file. The father pile is the pile of legal papers. How many are there? One moment, please. Let me show you the to-do list. Looks like there's 15 legal papers to do today. Reading the New York State Business Corporation Law is really good. And I've already mentioned to you, I want to know what is the jurisdiction of their incorporation. They were incorporated to do business. How? This is Cablevision Systems Corporation. This is violations. To annul the authority of a foreign corporation. I've already told you that I'm going to make a petition, I think, to the Secretary of State that Cablevision's certificate of incorporation in the state of New York be annulled on the basis of violating so many New York laws. This section is authorization of a foreign corporation. Glendora recessed to see Cablevision's authorization to do business in the state of New York. So that would be another demand we'll have to make at Bethpage or at the Secretary of State. And a certificate of authority issued to Cablevision by the Secretary of State. Fraudulent misrepresentation concealment of a material fact. They're forever doing that. I'll have to go see the Department of State and see the Cablevision Certificate of Authority, or try to see it at the corporate headquarters. So, again, I've started over again. I'm back on page 1. Of course, I became familiar with this law when I sued Cablevision before the Board of Directors, and I was on my way to go see the file on that in the clerk's office at Uniondale when Bruiser Ken beat us up. Went crazy. A business can incorporate under a fictitious name if it's a name that duplicates the name of a business in the state of New York. Question: is Cablevision Systems Corporation a fictitious name? This is the log. I started reading the law again on Thursday, a week ago today. And I read it a half an hour a day, up through yesterday and today. Now I'm going to limit it to a quarter of an hour a day. And that's how you get to know the law. Now this section, section 1302, says that such corporation who has an authority, certificate of authority in the state of New York, it says shall have the same rights, franchises, and privileges, and shall be subject to the same limitations, restrictions, liabilities, and penalties as a foreign corporation authorized under this chapter. Its shareholders, directors, and officers respectively. So this mentions your rights as a shareholder, you see. So you can always point to that, section 1302. You have rights as a shareholder under Article 13, a foreign corporation incorporated in the state of New York. So 1303 article is that there's certificate of incorporation, their authority of certificate of authority can be annulled if they are operating a business other than what has been put in the application for a certificate of authority. Now, Cablevision has bought so many new companies, you know, like the Wiz and Madison Square Garden. It would be interesting to go see their certificate of incorporation in the state of New York as a foreign corporation. It would be interesting to see if they have complied with the law and mention that in addition to being a cable television operator, they own the Wiz and things like that, in Madison Square Garden, in Radio City Hall, Music Hall. This whole thing is 45 pages, just reading the front sides. On the back of the pages are the notes and things to do. There's a case history entry that an action against a foreign corporation had to be decided by Delaware law, not New York state law. I would not take it to a state court, I don't think. I'll take it to a federal court. So maybe that screwball de Blasio did me a favor. If it has any authority, then his order that I couldn't bring an action in the Supreme Court of the state of New York, or any New York court, helps me in that I can go straight to a federal court. So that's the first legal paper of the day done. Make up the business corporation law backlog, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Next legal paper. File paginate hours and dollars for 6 lawbreakers: Dolan, Bruiser, Street Cleaner, Kasari, Gulf, Levin. Not a nice day like yesterday. Okay, Dolan is in this file. This is the most recent volume. Look for the bookmark. That was the last page of the week before and the first page of this week. never mind the rain. Let's go. So 26,696 pages. Dolan, law breaking. So, it's paginated and it can be filed. This was the North Hempstead week. And what happened that week? Lynbrook edit. Agent denied the shareholders list. Franklin the public file on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, Glendora denied the shareholders list. And Glendora the public file. And the town board meeting Hempstead, where we kept them from voting for a Cablevision. And then Friday was the big paper that took 8 hours. I'm making 3 more demands to see the shareholders list and telling them what's going to happen and what has happened to them for violating the law. And then oh look, a tree branch fell on Franklin's car. Ooh. And then Monday getting that out. Saturday and Sunday writing it, and Monday getting it out. This is the omnibus. Hours and dollars spent telephoning and videotaping and the courts and errands and put away. And it includes Con Ed, because a third of the habitat is used for these crooks, to fight these crooks. And it comes out to 154.25 hours this week, and $166. And so that's to be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lawbreakers. Comes out to 9 hours for each of them and $27 for each of them. Spent 88 hours on Cablevision, Dolan. Now here's $2, $4, $11, $18, $68, $108, and $110, and $113, and $114, and $144, and $146, and $156, $157. Actually, $156.80. It's 2,511 and a half hours of our lives, plus $12,563.44 of our money, 357 TV reports, 1,242 lies they've told, 6 file drawers full. This is number 6. 563 mailings, 22,698 pages. And this started on November 11th, 1993, when Cablevision called up and said they weren't going to cablecast a chat with Glendora anymore, up to Sunday, September the 17th, 2000. 6 years, 9 months, and 6 days. We have to file paginate in hours and dollars, Bruiser Ken. And that's in this drawer. There it is, Bruiser Ken. That's not quite as bad. This is file paginate hours and dollars, Bruiser Ken. It'll take a quarter of an hour to do that. The omnibus is 9 hours, $27. Nothing happened except that President Clinton knows the truth about U.S. attorneys because of the Dr. Lee case. The next page is 25,685. So it was 9 1/4 hours this week, $27, 2,649 hours on Bruiser Ken, and $10,543.64. And it would be 167 TV reports. You have to count Clinton in there, because Clinton found out about U.S. attorneys the way we did. So it's 168 TV reports, and I'm going to do the mailing to Clinton, but you can't count that yet. 227 mailings, February the 18th, 1997 to September the 17th. That would be 3 years and 6 months. Or is it 7 months? And 10 file drawers, and it doesn't give you the number of volumes. I don't know what volume this is. Like volume 70, 72, or 3. 4,035 lies, 170 TV reports, 229 mailings, 3 years, 7 months, 25,740 pages, and we'll have to look up the number of volumes. This is Street Cleaner, September 17th, 2000. Nothing happened, so it's just the omnibus. 398 hours and $3,230. But it is a big file and a very unjust dereliction of the courts. And this is Glendora versus New Rochelle Gulf, Danny Chanchulli. It's 452 and 3/4 hours and $1,218.20. And what happened this week, I made a call to Brower that I needed to know who dismissed my appeal and for what reason. Kasari and Levin are in this middle bottom drawer, and they're the last two. Nothing happened on Kasari. I don't know what's wrong with that Delaware court. 9 hours and $27 omnibus, 1,138 and 3/4 hours on Kasari, and it cost $3,360.22. Reports took so long because it took so long Sunday. This was supposed to be done on a Sunday, and it took so long with North Hempstead writing down the things that they hadn't done that they should do before they give Cablevision the franchise in North Hempstead. And so the last one is done. That's Levin. And now it's time to get dressed up and go to Long Island and demand to see the shareholders list and demand to see copies. Make copies. Okay, all dressed, all ready to go. There's the errands box with the 8 or 10 legal papers that aren't done, and the lunch box. And I can't eat until 4 p.m. This will be the 18th day. That's where Josephine and Tommy live, and they've gone to Florida for 2 weeks. And in this house next door, they must have spent, well, thousands and thousands. A new roof, a new siding. Found out who let this house go to pieces. Look at it. It would be Brown, who used to be a White Plains councilman. Do you remember him? And he ran for mayor. We got to get after Mr. Brown, either to sell it or to fix it. And he's an engineer too. He's an educated person. Boo on you, tree murderers. 11:53 a.m. on the road again to Bethpage. No editing today is done for this week. Fox Neck Bridge again. And I'm writing to U.S. Circuit Judge Guido Calabrese, the United States Court of Appeals, Second Circuit, New York. Now, President Clinton knows what we know about U.S. attorneys. Read. No, regardez what Clinton said. Just as with Dr. Lee, with us, it never happened. Cassie and Ramos talk to you as if it happened. Well, it never happened. Be a hero judge, like James Parker. Yours in truth, Glendora. C.C. Ramos, Cassidy, Center for Judicial Accountability, Inc., Glendora TV audience, that's you, et al. We're on the Clearview, and I have to tell you that the toll keeper, when she saw the sign, Citizens Against Tolls, and website We Hate Tolls, she said, sua sponte. Oh, I like that. She was female, a blonde, and small. And she says, I lose my job. Well, just think of all the fun she could have relaxing. She didn't have to go to work. How much better it would be for us if we didn't have to dole out $7 every time we go to Long Island, and if we didn't have to stand in line. We are now in plain view approaching Bethpage. This is the News 12 advertising brochure. The one for Westchester, Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, the Bronx. And then the one just for Long Island. And we have the prices, we have the number of homes passed, but glaringly deficient is the number of viewers. So they may pass 7 million homes, which is wonderful in the New York market, but how many of those homes are subscribers, and how many of them can get News 12? And it further breaks down, of those subscribers, how many are tuned to News 12. Well, you heard some of those facts over the phone from Mr. Crescenzi. And their presentation is very good. And I've read it. I have noted the questions I have. And here is what they proposed. How many spots price per spot and the times of the spots. It's 12:49 p.m. We are going to the airplane factory. We are going to demand to see the shareholders' books. And Franklin and I forgot the copy machine. You see, that's why you get married. So as I was saying, that's the reason you get married, so you can have help forgetting things. You can't forget enough things all on your own, so you have a second person help you. Isn't this a beautiful day? Isn't this sublime?
Better than 62 years ago.
Last day of summer. Franklin got a lot of information Tuesday on the shareholders list, and he just read me some of it. Now I want to play you the audio tape of the very dismal performance of Cablevision, where we found one, nobody is working, it's just a game, it's a laugh, it's just a country club. And then we find Gestapo Paul V, as in Vincent Ryan, turning a republic into a police state. And here is the recording.
Two conversations did not get recorded. A conversation to Charles Dalton, to Patty, that Glendora would be out to see the shareholders record on Thursday tomorrow, and that she wanted copies made because that's what the law says. And three people are keeping her from having copies made and are breaking the law. Paul Ryan, Charles Former, and Victoria Sellhouse. And so Kathy took it down. And then Glendora called Seatown 4 or 5 times. Andrew is away. The place is in a shambles. So that tells you that Andrew's a good manager. And so I just give up on that, on Seatown, until Friday. And then one of the times I went to call Seatown, I pressed redial, and Charles Dolan's office answered. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought Seatown was the last number that I called. Do you deliver groceries? And Patty says, not today. The rest of the day, in its entirety, was spent on a chat with Glendora, screening the archives, trying to get by, making a VHS copy of program number 2862, the 14th edition of the week, but I couldn't get the CG to go. It has to be on camera, and it can't be online, so it can't do both things at the same time. And then screening the archives and labeling everything, and then wrapping the tapes. All in all, I believe we wrapped 18 programs to send out. Franklin did a good job on all the errands. Then I had to label the 3/4 inch and the 1/2 inch, and Lonesome Sam came by and wanted to talk. And it's an exhausting day. Finally, with the last ounce of energy, to put away chat with Glendora. And it's done until next Tuesday. Good. Thank you. Now this is Thursday, September the 21st, and it still is not fall. Fall is not coming until September 22nd, Friday at 1:27 p.m. security. You're not in customer. Okay, so I want to speak to somebody from customer.
Nobody's going.
Don't you tell me that.
I'm telling you nobody's going.
Okay, you're going to be sued. You know that? You're going to be the lead defendant. It's going to cost you a lot of money.
That's fine. At this point, nobody's here.
And you also broke the law yesterday not showing Franklin, letting him copy. Now, I'm waiting here until they get the letter, and I sent the letter to Charles Dolan, James Dolan. I'm not accepting your answer. You don't know anything about it. And I want to see Mr. Astorita, your supervisor.
Mr. Astorita's not here.
Why not? Why isn't he here?
An off-site meeting.
He wasn't here another day when I called. Why didn't he keep his hours, 9 to 5? I want to see Mr. Astorita. Now, also, I'm going to see Mr. Charles Dolan, Mr. James Dolan, or Mr. Robert Emily. I'm not taking your word for this, Paul.
Sorry, but nobody's here to see you, so...
I am waiting until somebody comes to see me. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not okay, and I'm making another demand.
Okay.
This demand was made in writing. You know nothing about it. You're in security.
Nobody's expecting it.
I'm sorry, they have to say that to me personally.
Glendora, I'm advising you this time, nobody is here to see you. They will not be coming down.
I do not accept that answer. I am a shareholder. I do not accept that
I
answer.
understand you're a shareholder. This time, nobody's here to see you.
Somebody has to be here to see me. I made the demand. Don't tell me that. You know nothing about it. I did not make the demand on you.
Seeing you at this time.
I will stay here until I hear from somebody.
I'm advising you, nobody's coming down here to see you.
Well, you can advise all you want. You are not an authority. You are nothing but security. Yes, I am.
Are you refusing to leave the property?
I am waiting to see the shareholder record, which I demanded to see.
Are you refusing to leave the property?
This is Paul D. Ryan, and the time is 1:07 p.m. Okay, I'm here to see the shareholder's record. I sent my demand, and it cannot be denied. Who is that?
Okay, this is legal department.
Who is the legal department?
Legal department,
What's the name?
Alice's secretary.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
At this point in time, nobody's come down to see you.
I want to see the shareholder's records, please, and I want to go to the right person. He is not the right person.
I'm first supervisor. You can talk to me.
To be honest with you, you told me, I called the PBUS, then you said to the next person, and now I'm referred to Paul. Excuse me? And now Paul is... Who referred you to Paul? Mr. Salas's office. Who? The name? Liz? Okay, will you call back Mr. Lemon and say that my right to see a shareholder's record on demand is being denied? Because I'm going to sue, and I have to have this.
That's fine. You can advise them of that, which is good. Okay? At this point in time, nobody's going to
Is Mr. Astorita here, Gail?
Astorita.
I didn't ask you. Is Mr. Astorita here?
Mr. Astorita is at the off-site meeting.
When will he be back?
Hi, Cindy. This is Helen again.
When will Mr. Astorita be back?
I believe Monday.
Monday? No wonder nothing gets done, and no wonder you do everything wrong, and no wonder you're going to get sued. Your supervisor isn't even here day after day after day.
I did.
He's a busy man. He does a lot of stuff on site. Takes care of a lot more than just here.
Can I have Mr. Astorita's extension?
2608.
Charles Dolan, Mr. James Dolan, and
Mr. Limley. Okay. Now I'll tell you how you're going to be the lead defendant. Okay. There's going to be Glendora versus. What's your middle initial?
D is in Victor.
Paul V. Ryan. Maureen. Victoria D. Salhouse.
If you can find out, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're going to call me back.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
Yes, Cindy.
Going to see if they have any...
Victoria D. Salhouse. Charles A. Former.
Hello? What is it?
Robert S. Lemley. These are the defendants. Robert S. Lemley, James L. Dolan. Okay, Charles F. Dolan and Cablevision Systems Corporation. And I guess I'll put in Robert Astorita.
No, so I was asking you if there's...
Cablevision. Is
and also...
is Henry here?
Henry, Tony, all security supervisor, all site meeting today.
Henry, Tony, And who?
All the security management with off-site meetings.
Where is this off-site meeting? Where is it? Where is it?
I'm not sure where that is.
You're not sure. And what company is it for? Oh, really?
Okay,
On Cablevision Systems Corporation.
when I told that the district clerk,
Okay. Now, cause of action.
okay,
No copies, broke the law. 919 Franklin. Glendora made a demand
336. Okay,
to see shareholder records on September 21. Okay, I'm waiting. In ignorance and arrogance.
You're not going to see anybody, right?
Yes, I am.
you're gonna call me back.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yes, Mr. Lemon.
I'll show you the copy of my demand right here. This is my demand. Right here. September 21.
Did you receive anything back from them?
No.
You sent that to them?
Yeah.
And then they have it, they didn't set up anything with you?
They don't have to set it up. It's on demand. You know, you don't make appointments for these things. They're available 9 to 5 business days. And here's another one for September 15th. September 26th. I'll be back Tuesday. And for October 3rd, I'll be back. And I'm making more demands. And these are the demands, and this is the letter. Okay, so let me... Okay, a so-called security officer knows nothing about it, nothing about the law. Takes orders from secretary. Asterita not in. Okay, refuses my demand. Okay.
I'll talk to you another day. Okay. Go back? Do you ever take to the expressway back? Go out to the light and let the right turn. So with the light, make a right? Go to Cherry Avenue and then go left. That'll take you to the 135 North. And then get right off that 14 left Cherry Avenue. That's it? Yep. Thank you very much. And then there to your left, and you'll get on to 135 North, and then get off the 14 East. Okay. All right. Nice to see you, Zarita.
Yes, Rita? I have to go there next. Here is the law that a shareholder can see the books, records, and then on a 5-day demand. Copies, and an agent can do it. Yesterday, you saw Franklin. He did it.
You did?
Yeah.
I just didn't down so probably.
No, you were here.
Was I here?
Yes, you were here.
Yesterday.
Excuse me. The 19th, Tuesday. You were here.
Well, I know I did see Fort Franklin. I don't remember.
Oh, of course she goes back and forth all the time.
I'm here and there and everywhere. So I...
Okay. Here's the law. I complied with the law, and they didn't.
I do remember that now that it happened. Definitely he's going back and forth to the station, but it's fun.
He is not scheduled to see you.
What did you say?
Sydney secretary is called.
Sydney?
Sydney, Robert Lemon secretary.
Cindy.
Not scheduled.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. I wouldn't believe a thing that you reported. You didn't present it right. You didn't present it honestly. I wouldn't believe a thing that you reported. Now, Cindy knows very well that that demand is there, and I made it to her over the phone. And I own Charles F. Another thing is that I left a message with Charles F. Dolan's Patty secretary that I was coming today, and that I was to make copies. Can you verify that with Charles F. Dolan's office?
Just verify she has an appointment, Charles, or Cindy Dolan.
It's not an appointment. You don't understand the law. Read the law.
That's not reading.
That's right, and you shouldn't be dealing with it at all.
All I know is that nobody should expect to see you today.
Legal people to deal with. And how? You shouldn't be here at all. You know nothing about the legal side of this.
Did you say Charles?
Charles F. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Hello? It's Helen. Patty, hi. I'm just...
Okay, that's...
down at the front. She's the managing
Shareholders list. Shareholders.
That's the news.
You don't have an appointment. That's not the law.
This is a surgeon made a demand to see these papers.
No appointment.
And she's here.
Ignorant.
So she wants to see them and make copies.
Yep.
Does she have an appointment?
You don't have appointments, I keep telling you. Read the law. There's no appointment.
Okay, at this point in time, nobody's entertaining conversation. Are you refusing to leave? My question to you.
Yes. Wait just a second, please.
The answer... pardon me? You spoke to Glendora yesterday.
Yes.
And what did you say? You gave us some more info. You want to you want me to call Maureen? Yes.
No, everybody went through that round.
No. Paul said not to do that.
Not to call Marie.
Okay, thank you.
Contact
Bye.
nobody's expecting anything.
Okay, I'll just sue him. I'll sue him for $23 million. There goes your house. Okay, I'm going to own it. And also, I hope to get you fired. Okay, you're totally incompetent. You know nothing about the law. Well, what you're nothing. That is wrong.
There's no records ready for you to see.
Oh, well, they are ready for me to see right here.
Fine, okay.
Between 9 and 5, business hours right here. Read the law. You are not competent to deal with this. Let me make a note of that. You're not competent to deal with this. As a shareholder, I have a right to competent personnel.
Today different from Tuesday.
Yeah. Good question, Frank. Not competent.
appointment Tuesday.
You're not supposed to have an appointment.
They had records ready for you at this point in time.
Appointment not necessary.
Evidently not expecting a lot.
Okay, so they filed up, goofed. Okay? So that's grounds for suing. Let's make it $83 million.
All I know is nobody's expecting.
You know nothing about it. Who put you out here? Who sent you out here?
What?
Who put you out here?
No one's security. No expect to see you. I'm out here.
Who put you out here? Who told you to come and tell this to me? And deny my shareholders' records and break the law? Who told you that?
Nobody's expecting.
Okay, without authority. He has no authority.
That's fine.
He refuses to say who told him. He's butting in. These are all my causes of action. He's butting in. He has no authority. The time is 1:19 p.m. Okay. To do. Call Dolan at home and tell him. Call Emily and call James. See that demand right there? You have nothing to do with it. Okay, you're just an intruder. Okay. All hands on like Gestapo. Harassment. Tell me about yourself. What's your title?
What? No charge security.
What's your title?
Manager.
Manager of what?
Security.
And what's your telephone number?
Same number you have to call us to read it.
What's your telephone number?
2608 is where you can get me through.
What's your telephone number?
That's to our secretaries inside.
No, I want your direct dial number.
That's to our secretaries.
Okay, refuses direct dial number. Well, how long long have you had this so-called manager of security?
Excuse me? Glendora, you were choosing to leave at this time?
How long have you had this job, manager? Is it getting too hot for you? The question's too hot for you. Okay.
Since 94.
Now, where's Henry, you said?
Everybody's at an off-site meeting.
Who's everybody?
Global security management.
You don't know where this is?
It's an off-site meeting.
Yeah, off-site. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, he intruded. And he blocked. And he impeded. And he intimidated. Right? He knows nothing about it. Not qualified. Helen, I'll see ya. He will be back on Tuesday. And I will be back on Wednesday. Excuse me, Thursday, a week from today. Okay? And thank you. Goodbye, Dale. Bye now.
Take care, Michael.
You want to go that one? Or this one? Okay? What are you standing there for? What are you standing there for like Gestapo? Do you understand this is a republic? It's not a police state. Don't you stand there and watch us out the door. You go about your business. I'm a shareholder. Republic stands here like a Gestapo. It's a republic. It's not a police state. And I'm a shareholder. What's the time? You know what time it is? 1:20. Boy, are they going to get a mouthful. Don't get smart. And fresh. Question. Are you a former New York City cop?
No.
So go out and get their numbers and call them up. Offices. Sit down and see. No, Cindy admitted that Pat admitted that I talked to her yesterday. Yes, yesterday. That's right, Wednesday I called. Before noon. What it shows is that the people are not on the job. They're out playing golf. What it shows is a few people who are on the job aren't doing the job. Performance, Franklin says. Franklin says very badly handled. 949. Franklin says, I don't know how today is any different from Tuesday. Saying that they mishandled the mail. Then Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. $7 toll, and I have to pay the car. Next we go to the month call.
Follow procedures, and they don't. They refuse.
They're supposed to do certain things, Franklin said, and they don't do them.
Right.
Now, this is good. They violate the laws of the state of New York, and they have a certificate of authority to do business in the state of New York, that certificate should be annulled. Talk about Franklin has a good point. They denied my right as a citizen of the state of New York and as a shareholder. Hey, yeah, excuse me. Go ahead. When you said how is today any different?
Yes.
From Tuesday, what was his answer?
For today.
He's a bully. He had no reason to be there. This was up to the people to whom the demand was made.
Right.
He had no reason to be there. He came out there on his own. Is this a republic or is it a police state?
Right.
Do we have laws in this state? And when somebody breaks the law, what do you do? Call in a Hulk? Okay, we have stopped at a payphone, and we're going to call Charles Dolan. And they keep spending shareholder money on these Hulks and these ignoramuses like Paul, V as in victory, Ryan, V as in violent. Okay, here's a phone. Put down the books. Get out the quarters. Get out the thing to write on. Okay. Here's the paper to write on. Okay. I'll put quarter. 4, 1, 1. Bethpage, New York. Cablevision on Stewart Avenue. Thank you. 516 803 2300. Thank you.